As a vessel is known by the sound, whether it be cracked or not, so men are proved by their speeches, whether they be wise or foolish.
We want to serve you and turn the ship around.
Well, actually, it's an embarrassing visit, because when I visited him the last time, it was to try and persuade him not to run for office. And I call him secretly Olori Kunkun, a stubborn man.
Promise you that we will give you the greatest and the best of economy.
Those in his government who should be under trial right now, and yet who occupy critical positions in the ruling party. There are issues like that I'm looking at.
I've said repeatedly, I'm not a saint, but I'm not a criminal.
Peter Obi achieved something remarkable there, that he broke that mold. Yes, however, he did not win the election. First of all, one party took over the labor movement, which is one of my favorite movements also. And then it became a regional party, more than, whereas it was a marvelous breach into the established two camps. In addition, my own organization has a monitoring unit. You know the one I'm talking about. And so I could say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second.
In Nigeria, what the youths can see lying down or even while sleeping, the so-called elders cannot see even when they are placed on skyscrapers with their eyes wide open. Or what do you expect from these elders, leaders who sold their children and took monies for gratification for the deaths of their children slaughtered at the toll gate to be relevant in the present government, from a president, Terribu, that care less about their family and well-being of anyone except, of course, toll gates and cows that brings personal revenue to him and his family?
Well, you know, something you may have noticed about me, that most heads of state, when they take office, I always leave them alone for about the first year. I don't know if you've seen that, if you've noticed that. Because they need, I know when they come in, they don't start from ground zero. They often start even lower.
And heartbreaking, because we think Mr. President was fully prepared for this tax, only to get to our notice now that he's just even trying to get to understand what the leadership of the country is all about.
I want to tell you, our workers, that this, your salary review is coming. Once we agree on the minimum wage.
Minimum wage have not been increased for anybody. The palliative that they intend to give to civil servants is no longer coming. And it's very, very unfortunate.
Look at where we are today. All we hear is bad news.
And I just heard that the Minister of Power is also suggesting a subsidy removal on power supplies to poor Nigerians. So you should imagine where we are going to. So I don't know where they are taking their advice from.
Today, we spend more time chasing young boys with computers and say they are doing Yahoo people, when people are stealing the billions which we have as the government.
Before the elections ever took place, there was a certain clandestine force, a reactionary. It included some ex-generals who were already calling for an interim government before the elections began.
Let me assure you people, I know your pain, I know your difficulty. People have gone through this pain. We're all going to be in it together. We're not going to go away.
More protests will spring up in the country Because once there is hunger, people will definitely unite because of hunger and find a way out for themselves.
The more you produce, the more you deal with issue of stability of your currency.
Allow me to throw a jab here. The labor union should understand that no matter how much we cling to our freedom and rights, to force strike within 9 months of an administration is unacceptable. If you want to participate in the electoral process, wait until 2027. If not, maintain peace. They are not the only voice of Nigeria.
Even Professor Soyinka has not been left out of the parade of shame and confusion, as he has consistently spoken from the two corners of his mouth concerning the present administration.
Just as I've started saying that it is very difficult to defend failure, and it is unfortunate that within just less than a year into a government, the entire country is on fire.
Mr. President, Bola Tinubu, Bobo wa no vote fún yín o. A rò pé ẹ máa wá assist wa ni. Ibi power o.
Ibi power 1,000 ní rice 1,002. The Rika rice 1,002.
Is IMF a localized organization in Nigeria that will tell us how to run the economy of our country?
I can assure you that all the money that Yahoo people have stolen in 1 year, is not up to the amount of money that has been stolen in government in 1 day.
And over 150 million Nigerians are living below poverty line. Poverty, when you say below it, those are the people that can't get something to eat on daily basis.
Greatest bastos!
We are suffering. We are suffering for Nigeria. It's not like this before, but we want change for good. Hunger day for Naija. Children now, they are hungry. Adults are hungry. Sufferness is too much for Nigeria.
It is not about me. I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work.